Well, I'm Kenny Lowry. Today we're going to take a look at a 5-stack. So we got 5 boulders stacked on top of each other. So we've got the bottom one there, slightly bigger than the others. It's kind of, you get smaller as you go up. Not a whole lot of difference in size on the first 3 boulders, but then you go to this 4th one, it's smaller, and then you, of course, the one where the water comes out is the smallest. Now, these are one of those fountains when there's really no wrong way to set it up, and it's going to be up to you to twist and turn the rocks however you want to turn them. Just because we show it this way doesn't mean that's the way you have to do it. The only thing you do have to do is make sure that you keep the water within the basin. You want the water to flow inside of your basin. You don't want it anywhere on the rock flowing out, and the bottom rock is a little too big for the basin. So we have this shim so that the water is not flowing on that bottom rock out the back side. So we have kind of shim forward, and then we have a couple of shims on some of these others to kind of get the water to kind of ripple over in the areas of the rock that we want them to ripple over. And that's something you'll need to do on your end. This is also one of those boulders where it's kind of borderline, where it's almost too big to go on a 4x4 basin. I think if you're going to put this on a 4x4 basin, you're going to need to turn down the water flow that we've got here. I think this is a little too high for this 4x4 basin the way we have it stacked. We can do what's called a liner basin install. It adds a little bit more to the cost, but if you want to be able to ramp that pump up and have water kind of coming out all over the place and have more water action to it, we can certainly do that for you. It's just what we call a liner basin install. Not a big difference between regular install, but there is a difference there. And you can ask us about that too. With that liner basin install, that we can put a bigger pump on it, you can have more water coming out. We can put the light up there in the top too. Some people opt for that. Uplighting is a must on all fountains. We can put together a light package for you so that everything works together and you have uplighting and a light in the top there too. Now remember, these are GFRC boulders, stands for glass fiber reinforced concrete, the same material used in zoo exhibits and animal habitat. It has the look, the feel, and the texture of real rock at about 1/5 the weight. These are molds of real rock, and the detail on them is amazing. The coloration we do, we don't use paint. Paints will actually take away from the realism of the rock. So we're using, we don't use paint when we do that finish. I don't really want to say what we are doing. But it is a permanent color when we put them on there. Right now I'll grab the camera and show you up close. And I think you can tell it's got a really nice sound, a lot of water going on there. Water flowing over predominantly what we consider the front, although there is no front or back. You do have water dripping out the back there a little bit. You see it is coming out, and it's water coverage on almost in this entire rock except the very back. Now let me get up close and we'll take a look at the back side here to where we have it tilted. Now we got just a couple of pieces of wood there tilting it. You would disguise all that with rock on your end when you're done. You don't want to be able to see any of that. Now we'll get up close here, talk a little bit about that GFRC. You can see it has a rough texture just like a real rock. It has, this one's getting a little moss on it right now. It's been displayed here for a while. We did add a boulder, so this is available in a 3-stack, 4-stack, and now the 5-stack because it's been a very popular fountain. Now you pick up the detail on that. If the mother rock were here, you wouldn't know which was which. It's that much detail that it picks up on these boulders. It's an amazing amount of detail. Here's a dry area here in the back. You can kind of see all the dips and divots and everything that's on that mother rock gets picked up on this rock. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach me at 540-948-2239 or email me, Kenny@southerngraceva.com.